right, I have a quick lesson for Alex today, just as a reminder. When you're factoring out, I think this is question 1 and 2. My glasses are over there, so hold on. So basically what it's saying, what is this GCF? So look at numbers. What is the greatest common factor between these two? Hopefully you know it's 5. So you have a number. And how about the variables? What do they have in common? So I would say 5x. So I'm going to divide both of these things by 5x. Divide by 5x. So that 5x goes on the outside. It's like the inverse of the distributive property. And so now when I divide that out, I end up with a 3. And then divide this out, I end up with 5x. And that's my answer. And I could check it by redistributing it to get the correct answer. So I believe that is number 1 and 2. So that's a reminder on how to do that. Let's keep going. The next one is factoring when you don't have a greatest common factor. So I don't care which one I do here, but this is the one where we did some grouping. You multiplied by these two, so I got 12x squared. Then you looked at the factors of 12x squared. So two numbers when multiplied equals 12x squared. You see that? Okay. But when added, they're going to equal the 7. Okay. So we used to make these charts, remember, like this. Okay, my factors of 12. So 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. So when I multiply them, they equal this. When I add them, they equal that. So that's going to be the 3 and the 4. So that's 3x, 4x, 3x, 4x. All right. So 3x, 4x. I bring down this guy, so x squared, that was a positive 3, a positive 4, and then I bring down that positive 12. And then we did this grouping thing, like this. Okay, and said, what's my greatest common factor of this first group? And hopefully you said x, don't forget to bring it out. What's left over? X plus 3. Then here, what's in common? 4. So I'm bringing out that positive 4, and I'm left with x plus 3. So in reality, what do these two have in common? X plus 3, and then x plus 4. Okay, that's it, and that's your final answer. If you have a coefficient that is greater than on your A is greater than 1. It's the same thing. So if you have something like, I was trying to find something that's a little more complicated, maybe with a negative sign here, like this one. So you're doing the same thing. This is a negative 40x squared. So when you multiply two values, they equal negative 40x squared. When you add those two values, they're going to equal 18x. So negative 40x squared. What are my factors? 1 times 40, 2 times 20. Ooh, these two could equal 18. One of them's got to be negative. So which one of these is going to be negative to get to 18? This one. So this becomes a negative 2x, and that's a positive 20x. Bring down that negative 10, bring down that 4x squared. Now we do a grouping. What does this have in common? Hopefully you said 2x. I'm going to take out that 2x, and I'm left with, what is that, 2x. And then here, anything divided by itself is that. What does this have in common? 10. This divided by this, so I'm going to take out that positive 10. That gives me 2x minus 1 again. And that's exactly what we want to happen. Those are common. So we're going to take this guy out, 2x minus 1, and what are we left with? 2x plus 10. This is what we're left with. And that's my final answer. The other thing, this always works, by the way, but there's some shortcuts. Let me go find these. Oh, yeah. If you have like a perfect square, differences in squares, if you have perfect squares, let's do this one here. So you could take the square root, as long as it's a negative, this works really quickly. So this is a shortcut on this one. So square root of 16 is 4. Square root of y squared is y. Minus 9, square root of 81. And then 4y plus 9. And the reason why you can remember this is a plus and a minus is because this times this equals a negative 81. Okay. One more. Those are all minuses. I think that's it, right? I was thinking there was something else. Nope, I think that's it. All right, so that should help you on your Aleks assignment today.